Greetings, gamers, and welcome to the first episode of my brand new Let's Play series, Perfect Date. My name is Lydia of MagicMissile Games, and I have no idea what I am in for. I have never done a Let's Play except for that live stream I did, but in that live stream I discovered that I really wanted to play a actual series for you on YouTube. And this was in my Steam account, and I just decided, why not? So we're going to be playing this for you. I know very little about it other than it is a dating sim where you date cats, much like Hateful Boyfriend where you dated pigeons, but are in fact human. I know nothing other than that. I gather we will find out as we go. So let's get started. Current playthrough, no game in progress. Totally brand new, nothing is going on here. So we're gonna make a new game. And we are gonna create a me here. Let's see, none of these really look like me, but she has glasses, so I'm gonna be that lady. And a good name for her, I'm gonna name her Lydia. From my screen handle, Lydia. And accept. Autosave. Sure, I am. This game sports an autosave feature. Please don't turn off your game while it is saving. I'm an angel and I accept. I'm a devil and I reject. I think I'll be an angel because I don't like remembering to save my game. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, so far so good. Chapter 1. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout, "Island approaching, make yourself ready!" That's exactly what he sounds like. Hey, he's got a colored nose just like Blue Chair. I'm finally here! When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans, and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. Or CERT. Maybe. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. DPRI, DP Corporation. Dear Lydia, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Okay, so that's a good amount of time to figure out how much the game is. Your contract will be set separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper. So, he's referring to himself in the third person? PhD, BSc, HONS, DPG, I don't know what that last one is. DPG? If anyone in the comments knows what he's referring to, please let me know, because I can't Google it right now, because I'm recording. No mistake, that's my name right there in the top left-hand corner. Lydia, as if I have to remind myself my name. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation. Professor Popper, science genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. Is this the... Oh, gosh, what was the name of that island? If anyone watched The Gauntlet and Mystery Science Theater, or no, it was the season... Never mind. I'm gonna cut that bit out. I'm gonna try to edit. It'll be fun. I've never really edited before, so we don't know what we're getting into. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're gonna crash into them. At the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and just a step to the right. And suddenly, we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath I've been holding and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper! The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely, Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Makes sense? Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son, so the other guy was his son, and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Joe? Sir, caught you a mouse. And then he laughs loudly as though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. What about this suggest security guard? He's a guy in a jacket with a tie. He could be the professor or an assistant. Jeez. I'm so judgmental. Let's be having you, then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat. Third time's the charm, right, ladies and gentlemen? But as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance, so I almost fall over the side. What a great start. ID card. Oh, I see, of course. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. Yep, this is me. Apparently I started in 2017. Good job, me. Cat Island Security. Does this mean I'm the security guard? Meow. Saving. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. I do a lot of assuming. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost, having never been to one. I mean, she doesn't say that, but clearly she's never been to one. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around, apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Stare. I try not to get paranoid. Too late. Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello? Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Come? No, that's a bad voice. Hang on, let me try again. Come! Yes, I'm a scientist. I walk in, and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Popper. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, you must be Lydia. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger perhaps? Whiskey? Let's see here. My first choice. I'm fine, thank you. Just some water if you have some. It would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own, or I'd love a cup of tea if there's a pot on the go. Let's see. I think it's a bad idea to drink whiskey with your boss on the first meeting, but my mom taught me when I was a kid it's bad to refuse hospitality. So I will take some water. Because he didn't mention tea. Just some water would be great if you have some. Now that's something we have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe, natural springs on the island, but we have the bottled kind, too. I'm relieved as he passes me a bottle. I'm not too keen to start drinking from natural water sources until I have personally checked that they're not used as cat urinals. That's fair. That is totally fair, me. It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out, maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. Oh, I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Lydia, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. We've been going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful. I'm probably going to be using it sort of like a storage thing for gifts for the cats or whatever. As will your water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. These are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Yes. You do not want to just go up to a cat and say howdy. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know, now do we? Ha 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 ha. I suppose not. What have I gotten myself into, she's thinking with that picture. I shove each item into my new backpack like I didn't bring one? Oh my gosh. Stop nitpicking. This game is great so far. I don't mean to nitpick. As he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here, he indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry, is basic uniform, lab coat, mask, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, and without doubt most importantly, your honeybee, cat tracker. This! He holds up something that looks like a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. Sorry, wrong voice. This is your catalog! Oh, it's gonna be one of these games. I love puns. I don't know if you gathered that, but I love puns. Catalog? But apparently I don't like puns. Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. Was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them and log their details. But as you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cat's necks so that we can keep track of them. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Lydia, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? He is looking me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Yeah, duh. Yes, sir, of course. Oh, I wish I'd had a choice there. No, could you explain it one more time? And then he does the bit all over again, just like in an RPG. Yes, sir, of course. I will look after it. Good. You'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I'd suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to, so that you can try it out. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. Saving. Disco cat. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife is in itself quite remarkable. Did the cats eat them all? What do you mean, Professor? Well, Put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. How did I get in? You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Forgive my lack of intelligence on this subject, but, we're here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Go me! Point out the obvious, please. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Ha 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 ha! I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you need to know is that, basically, the island is shaped like a peanut. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. Do we get a picture? We do get a picture. Yay! This, our end of the island, is very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We've encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in this region. Whoa! What the hell was that? This isn't a Doki Doki type thing, is it? What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be. But what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least. And at the worst? Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. You've had a long day. For now, let's just say we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason. I must ask you now to put yourself at risk by venturing... I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. Here first to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an X through the end section. I forgot to mention when I loaded up this game, this is produced by... Oh shoot, what is their name? Sorry. Anyway, they're a UK-based company, Bay something. I will properly introduce them in the next video, I promise. Like I said, this is my first Let's Play, and I don't know what I'm doing. I've watched a million of them, so you'd think I would, but apparently it's not the same as doing. So, we're getting through this together, guys. Sorry. Also, I apologize a lot. Be prepared for that. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home, which we presumably have already studied the bunch out of, considering we've been here for years, Mr. Popper? Professor? Stats. I have stats. Rest, romance, research, and recon. Interesting. He has led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out your catalog now, Lydia? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. The cat lets out a displeased meow but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? Oh yes, delightful. I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. Boop, boop, boop. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop, boop, boop sound with a red pulsating light. I select the app labeled Cat Scan, and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implanted into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. Are you fur-shaming this cat, me? I blow to make a parting and press the catalog to its skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. That should do it! He plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned. Meow. Floofy Butt. Floofy Butt! Her name is Floofy Butt! Gender male, age 10 years, 4 months, breed red tabby, Persian. Eye color red. Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. It looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Lydia! Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Well, better to get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here. These 5 spend a lot of time together. Wonder if these are the cats we can date. Mr. Floofy Butt. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes, you are. The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover, like me. With a name like Purr, I would hope so. I hope it doesn't mean he's broke, because I would like to make some money at my new job. I think we're gonna get on great! Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly, with beautiful calico markings. It comes toward me already purring. Meow. Trixie. Name Trixie, gender female, age 3 years, 8 months, breed Calico American Shorthair, eye color green. Meow. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay me much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Meow. Snooty Booty, gender female, age 11 years, 1 month. Breed Sphinx, eye color blue. Meow. The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one. Meow, 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 meow. I love their little pictures. They're so cute. McMurphy. Name McMurphy, gender male, age 6 years, breed brown crossbead, eye color green. And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been skulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Haha, it's like I'm in a dating sim. Why do I think that? Hiss. Kibbles, huh? Age 3 years, white British long hair, green eyes. All done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. The professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. It's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I am suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. Oh, and it's going to be factual. So far, I really like this game, guys. I mean, we're going to learn things, maybe, and hear puns. My eyelids close, thinking of the cats and the island and the professor. And I think if this is the end of the day, the world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. Yes, this should be an excellent spot to end the first episode. Please let me know how I did. Please let me know what I need to work on. Please let me know if this is a boring game and you'd like to see another one. I will be doing others. I would like to turn this into a series, but of course I don't know what you guys want. So please, if you liked it, please hit the like button. If you would like to watch more, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. I'll be putting this out probably one episode a day until I'm done. Unless people want to see other stuff. If you have suggestions for other games you'd like to see one of us play here on Magic Missile Games, by all means reach out, and I should be doing a live stream here for The Sims 4 later. Thank you all so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. I know this is rough, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and keep on gaming.